Barakata Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is E is not done away with yet. And pretty much this video is inspired by the video I was watching here. The brother GMS Contrition is Ki Ga. Christian Devils, how the Bible was used to mobilize oppression of Native Americans. And within this video, he mentioned vocab. He mentioned that vocab says that the Edomites are done away with, which they're not yet anyway. And it just brought a thought to mind where I just wanted to just cover real quick, and just to show you biblically that E is not going to be done away with until the Lord Yahushai comes back. All right. And the main scripture that came to mind was here in 2 Ezra 6. Right. And this is pretty much, you could say, a blueprint of the end and the destruction that's coming. And pretty much the change of worlds. As Eldar Bivens wrote a book called A Change of Worlds or something along those lines. Now, when we read here in 2 Ezra 6 and 7, it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And the prophets always inquired when Yahushua was going to come and when the end was going to come so that the kingdom could be established. This is why the disciples who later became apostles asked Yahushua, Will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? So he's asking them, when is the end of the first world coming, or the end of the first age and the beginning of the one that follows? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And this is the birth of Jacob and Esau, which began the very first days of the end. Right? It says, For Esau is the end of the world, or the end of the age, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the scriptures say that at the end, when Esau is about to be destroyed, and taken down, that we would be at the end of the world, because once he went down, the nation of Israel would be in power once again. And we know that the nation of Israel is not in power because there's many scriptures to prove that, because all nations are not flowing over there to the land of Israel to learn of the ways of the Lord, because they are not the people of the Lord. Although you have some of our people that are mixed in among them because of the mingling, but as a whole, they are not the people of the Lord. The people are in mourning because of a lot of things that these individuals are doing worldwide. It says, The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question asked thou not. So when he said the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand, because at this time, another 24 to 2,500 years later would be when Esau would come down. Because this was the time of Esau about to come into rulership. Because remember, this was during the time of the Babylonian/Medo-Persian Empire. And what came after that? The Greek Empire, which are Edomites, and then the Roman Empire. All right. So now when we jump down to the 17th verse, it says, And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood up upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sounds of it was like the sound of many waters, which that's, Yahushai. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And Yahushai told the disciples things that would be happening, because they asked him when was going to be the end of this age. And he told them, different signs to watch for, before his second arrival. And will begin to make inquisition of them that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Right? Because the main thing that we're out there speaking, besides which is a part of the gospel, the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel, is also the injustices, the injuries, and all of the wicked things that Esau and the other nations have done to the nation of Israel, the people of the Most High. And that's what you see going on right now, the sentencing stage. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. So when the end comes, and the Lord is about to visit this world, and that chapter in the book is finished, then will I show these tokens. So the Lord said that there would be certain things that would be shown, or certain things that would be happening prior to the Lord coming back. It says the book shall be opened before the firmament. What are the books? The Bible. What is the firmament? The ozone layer. What do you have in the firmament? Satellites. What do satellites do? They receive and beam out signals to portray images around the world. And this is what we're seeing right now. So when Esau is about to go down, there would be, images portrayed around the world of these different events and scenarios and things that are going on, the exposure of Esau. So Esau would be around at the very time of the end, because Yahushua is coming to take him down. It says, and they shall see all together. So the Lord was breaking down to Ezra when Esau was going to go down, which was the end of the first. And then at the end of the first, there would be signs shown, and one of the signs would be the internet, which is the word of the Lord being taught on a worldwide scale through the feed horn of the satellites. Okay, so we know just by this alone that Esau wasn't done away with yet. And there's many other ways you could go about it. And then one last one is in the book of Isaiah 63 and 1. And even David Guzik agrees that this Isaiah 63 is talking about the Lord Yahushua coming back and visiting Edom. But he says something along the lines that he doesn't, accept that, or something. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but he doesn't, pretty much he doesn't agree with it, or he doesn't accept it, or something like that. I can't really remember how he said it, but the scriptures say whether thou choose or whether thou refuse. So regardless. So Isaiah 63 and 1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Right, this is dealing with Yahushua. Edom, or the Edomites, are the so-called white man, beginning with the international banking families, and they're the ones that are in power right now. And they're the ones that are being exposed through the token of the internet that the Lord said they would be exposed by. It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, because he's coming, with great magnificent, great strength, great power, great glory. And he's coming to take down his enemies, beginning with Esau, the other nations, and you Israelites that don't want him to sit up on a throne. You Jesus juice sippers, you Christ, exalters. Yahushua is coming to kick you in the ass. It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, because he's not coming as a man. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So when Yahushua comes back, he's coming to visit Edom. So how can the Edomites be done away with if the Lord is coming to visit them? If we're at there was never a time in the world, ever, where you had satellites and the technology that you have now to emit these signals around the world like you do now. So vocab is wrong once again. These wacky tacky Christians are wrong once again. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, meaning he is going to be the one that's going to be given the credit for destroying Esau. And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. So in other words, it's not talking about actual blood of Edomites. It's talking about the credit given to him, by the Lord Yahweh for taking his enemies down. This is why he's called the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So he has two things in mind, two tasks. One, the destruction of Esau, Edom, the nations, and the ones that the Israelites that don't want him to sit on the throne, and the deliverance of his redeemed. That's what it says here. For the day of vengeance is in my heart. That's to get Esau and his enemies. And the year of my redeemed is come, because now it's time for him to come and redeem the purchased possession. So who was going to be on the throne when Yahushua comes back? The Edomites. What would be happening before the Lord comes back? There will be tokens in the heavens. What are those tokens? The books or the Bible will be opened before the firmament through the internet. All right. And at this time, this will be when the Lord will bring down Esau, which is Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So E is not done away with yet, but they will be in the future, in the distant future. So with that, I mean, when I say in the distant future, I'm talking about they will be done away with after they serve their captivity. But this time right now, which is very soon, they will be taken down out of power, out of rulership. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. To the next time I say, Shalom.